In each of the stories that we read in the collection of 101 Zen stories, we find a different pointing to Zen. So sometimes different stories may actually convey a similar message, but very often the stories are completely different and show a different aspect of Zen. I'd like to tell one of the stories now. It's number 18 in the collection, and it's called A Parable. And this is a parable that Buddha had told at some point. A man was running across a field, and a tiger was chasing him. He came to the edge of a cliff, and he saw a root with a vine, and he grabbed that, and he swung himself down over the edge of the precipice. And holding on tightly, the tiger sniffed at him from above. So the man looked down and saw another tiger down below waiting to eat him. Then suddenly two mice came over, one white and one black, and began gnawing at the vine, chewing away at the vine. The man suddenly saw a ripe red strawberry growing right next to him, a big one. He grabbed it and he bit into the luscious strawberry. How sweet it tasted. That's the parable. That's the Zen story. So, this story contains a lot of different elements, which I'm not going to analyze every single one. I leave it to you to find your own interpretations. But I think basically what the story is telling us, the aspect of Zen it's pointing to, is that no matter what's happening to us, no matter how much we feel in distress, how many external factors of different kinds are attacking us, we still need to focus on seize the moment. Not only should we do this, but sometimes it's the only thing we can do. Maybe it's not only the best thing to do, it's really the only thing to do. So, faced with all this danger and about to lose his life, did the man worry? Was he stressed? Well, I'm sure he was for a little bit, but what he undeniably did was he was able to enjoy the flavor, the taste of the luscious strawberry that was right there in front of him. So we could say the tigers represent the greater struggles we face in the world of survival, economic. Perhaps we live in a place where political conditions could be unstable, or we live in a place where natural disasters occur. If you live in a place like Mississippi, or maybe one of the earthquake zones, or in the Midwest where tornadoes occur. These are like the tigers, waiting to eat you. And it's just a matter of time, perhaps. So these are the big external factors, these tigers, I think. And then, of course, we have him being sustained, and the word in the story is only the vine, the words only the vine sustained him. So this vine is our little narrow, um, kind of the little narrow road that we've chosen, that we've carved out, maybe a trail we've blazed through our lives to sustain us, our career. This vine could be, our family, um, uh, the little sense of stability that we've spent maybe a whole lifetime trying to build, our retirement, our 401k, this whole, and in contrast to the great tiger is about to eat him or wanting to attack him, this vine is quite small. So in contrast to the world and the external factors, our little meager lifestyle that we've carved out with our sense of security, which we cling to and we grasp to, it's very tenuous, it's very temporary, it's very fleeting, and that's where the mice come in, and you have the white and the black. I'm not sure exactly what that represents, but certainly by having the story mention the mice by color, by saying one white, one black, it's clearly trying to show good and evil, good and bad, positive and negative. It's not really saying outright what these things represent, but these are maybe the elements of chance represented by the two mice, because the mice, just by they're small relative to the tigers, they play a role in our lives, and white being good luck, maybe, and black being bad luck. So these two mice could be the winds of fortune, and even in good times when we have good luck, that vine of life that we cling to is still slowly but surely being gnawed at and being diminished and eroding. So our life is measured. Our life, we don't know how many days we have. We really can't know that, but we do know that we're mortal, and life is temporary, and the vine represents our life itself, with all our possessions and accumulation and the things that we try to make permanent, but nothing is permanent. And even the white mouse, which represents good fortune, is gnawing away at the vine. It's just a matter of time before our luck runs out. And the black mouse, which could represent bad fortune, even though we can survive bad times and we can overcome adversity, our life is growing shorter and shorter. So these are all the circumstances that the story presents, and yet what does our hero do? He clings to the vine with one hand, and the other hand reaches out and grabs the luscious, ripe strawberry. So the story, of course, it's showing us an example of a person doing something, but isn't that also telling us what we need to do, what we could do? Maybe the only thing we can do in life is to seize the day, as is said, or seize the moment. And not only should we, could we, can we seize this moment that we have, the only thing we really have, we need to enjoy it as well. So the man reaches out, he grabs the strawberry. It's the only thing he can do. And maybe that's telling us that that's the only thing we can do, is to be totally into the moment. And certainly when biting into that luscious strawberry, there's no fear of tigers. There's no worry of mice. And tigers in this story represent fear in a way, and the mice represent the worries we have. And maybe the white mouse could represent the anticipation, the desires, and the black mouse can represent the fears and the anxieties that we have. But all that's gone. None of that matters. None of that, neither fear nor hope, none of it represents anything important to this man who at that moment is eating the luscious strawberry.